What's up, everybody? Do I have a West Side story for you today? I tell you what, it never ceases to amaze me when I live on the West Side of what happens from morning to morning. Samantha's making me move the garden again. She wants to make this whole row of the garden, and she whacked away all the honeysuckle. They're out there in the big pile, and we're going to make one giant garden. I know, she's always got me working. But I tell you, what I'm about to tell you, you're just not going to believe what happened. And I tell you, it all started when Hootie left, okay? Once he vacated, my Overwatch was gone, and the Navy Point Pirates started migrating in, okay? Every summer, I tell you, it just gets a little more crime creeps in here, okay? And we got to beat them back. You know, love my boys in blue or green around here, but they're a little undermanned, and, you know, sometimes the fight hits the street. So let me tell you. So we have had a car get caught on fire. Okay, literally somebody threw a Molotov cocktail on a car. Okay, and Craig's green egg got stolen last year. I mean, that was crazy. After they cut the chain, bet you they went right down through there. That sounds like a better story. She's gone. I bought him another one. I personally bought him another one, made his heart feel good, okay? And we've got a self-proclaimed Navy Point HOA guy that thinks he's going to institute it on Navy Point. We'll call him Wilbur. Wilbur is here, okay? Showed up at my house, verbally assaulted me. I had to kick him off the lawn, okay? And I tried to be neighborly. And not videotape it. But from now on, it's on, okay? Here's a picture of his car. He sat in front of my house for 30 minutes after he was told to leave, and he kept cruising by my house. Guys, he's out there. Watch out for him.
Yes,
he's back for the next time. He's patrolling again.
There was a couple walking down the side.
So the other morning, I woke up to the sound of flashbangs going off, and I totally forgot they were doing this. But my boys in green, Escambia County Sheriff's Department, was getting rid of the squatter's house down the street where all the homeless were living. And the drugs were going on, and they came in and they did a full SWAT team practice demo down there, and then they destroyed the entire house and crushed it. But it had a little consequence to it. I didn't even think about it when it was happening, but when you squash a nest of roaches, they all scatter, and it takes a while to get them out of your kitchen because they scatter everywhere. Well, that's what's going on right now. They scattered. They're all over the neighborhood, and they're stealing people's stuff, you know. And I do think that if you got rid of pawn shops somehow, or tracked, like they made it like you had to have a bank account if you got money from it, maybe you could get rid of a lot of the petty thefts, because then they would have nowhere to offload the stuff. But it's totally one of those conundrums. But I do got to add here, I 100% support our sheriff's department. They've been great. This neighborhood would not be what it was without them. And this house being removed was a big deal for the neighborhood. I give them thumbs up. They're great guys. Also, I think you should be able to protect your property. Like, you know, I think you should be able to protect your property within the curtilage of your own house or your castle, like in Texas. I think you can use deadly force to protect your own property. I mean, you shouldn't have to watch somebody run off with your TV. I'm just saying. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. Ever since the Iraq War, I'm a lover now. I don't do any fighting. And don't forget the guy that stole the bike the other night. That was wild. Somebody got their car open, because what the homeless will do is they'll walk through and they will just grab like car handles on the outside of the neighborhood and see what they can get out of the car. Well, the other night, somebody got the car opened up, and that happened. Well, it's usually the homeless. But what's nuts, I was checking my phone the other night, like right when I got up. It was like, 5 a.m.-ish, and I caught a picture of one cruising right through here, stopped, shined the light on my house right here, scoped out the porch. And what's funny is my battle buddy, Kevin over here, he's retired Air Force. Don't judge him for being Air Force. He's retired Air Force. He's always got my back, y'all, and he works at night. And he was sitting there in the front yard when old dude was creeping up. And he was like, he thought it was me because the dude was bald, right? He's like, hey, Jack, man. And the dude just looked at him and took off running. And he came out of this alley right here. Well, I will say that bright-ass light that they installed right here, which I'll put right here, y'all know about this light, and it made Hootie leave, okay? The guy was coming out of this alley underneath that light. That was the dude, okay? Luckily, walls work, okay? And he He wasn't in my backyard, but he had a backpack, he had a bicycle, and he was ready to get somebody, okay? So a little more about Wilbur. Y'all gonna come to know this guy. He drives around the neighborhood bullying everybody, and his yard is worse than everybody's, but he likes to yell at everybody over stuff, okay? Well, this is one guy that doesn't do that, doesn't back up, doesn't back down to bullies, but you know what? I got an image to upheld. I had to move him out of the yard. I had to say, go away. But he was mad about the little minor public catastrophe I created over the light. You know, the light that's right here, the crazy one. I just want my light taken care of. I want my owl back. Hootie needs a place to live. And since it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I just wanted to have a beer with you guys and talk about what has been going on. Okay, I truly do love our West Side Story. It is one of the most interesting places to live and one of the most beautiful places to live. It's the most underrated real estate in Pensacola, and it's like funds just doesn't focus over here. I don't know why. It might be the sequoia or sakura that's screaming over my shoulder. I don't know. But the drugs and the crime really in some of Pensacola is, I just don't understand why it's like it is. It's like, you know, the politicians only focus where they need to go. You know, it really makes me want to run for office just to change some of this. But I know you'll never change it, and the people will destroy your family over politics. I despise politics, and that's why good people don't get into these kind of things. I mean, like, the other day I was driving down the road, I saw a dude rip meth out of a Gatorade bottle just while I'm cruising, and I'm just like, well, that just happened. Side of the road, you know, and you see a dude talking to a telephone pole, and you see all the homeless camps all over the place. And that was like the moment I realized we were really in a recession, when nobody wanted to say we actually were. And I'm gonna put this in here. When I ran my car at Taco Bell the other day, and it was right at 13 bucks for a number 6 and a Mountain Dew, I was like, woohoo, buddy. You gotta do a lot of begging on that street corner to get 13 bucks. And they're gonna be lifting some stuff off some porches. It's crazy. 13 bucks. It's like $12.90. And as a real estate agent, I'm seeing this across the board. I'm gonna make a video on this. Like we're in for it, y'all. Especially like in the deep south, okay? It's crazy. But I'll tell you, it was ever since Hootie left and they started slipping up on me. He was my good luck charm. I just wanted to see, is this stuff that's happening to y'all around town? Like, do y'all have a crazy HOA? We don't have an HOA, but there's people thinking we have an HOA. Jack, don't play that game, okay? And do y'all deal with these type of crazy stuff? I know the neighborhood's pretty big, and it's going to have its issues, and it's going to have its growing pains. But it's one of the greatest neighborhoods I've ever lived in. But recently, during the summer, these little thefts start happening, and there's not much the sheriff's department can do about it. And I know who stole my fishing reels 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I know now. I know who you are, okay? Pin fishing reels. Never talked about it on this channel. Actually, I think I did. I know who you are. I know. In due time, baby. In due time. We're at the district. Look at this. This is 200,000 subscriber party. So do you have any wise words of wisdom, Brant?
I have a lot, but right now
He's on his phone. He's on his phone. We got Beach Bum here.
off the top of my head.
We got Bearded Brad.
You're so much
we got
taller
Ron.
than you think. Like, are you taller than Brant?
No, I think
About
Brant's
the same-
taller
about
than
the
me.
same size. We're about the same size.
No, wait, let's see.
We're about
If
six-
I stand up
I got
straight,
about
maybe.
6'2". We're about 6'1".
Can we get everybody else in here?
Nope, this is
I don't
perfect.
look like an
Okay,
idiot.
all the guys.
Here's some words of wisdom. Don't ever care what anybody else thinks. Do your own thing. Be you. So what you're saying? Water's party. She needs more.